take, third book discussion. Let's run it. You
Discussion
are.
I'm the discussion director.
Artist. Character analyzer.
Connector.
What were your guys' overall thoughts on the book?
I don't care. What?
What were your guys' overall thoughts on the book?
I thought it was interesting.
I like the book.
It was.
Sorry, you go.
It kind of gave me the ick. I had nothing really good to say.
It just feels like he kind of like a lot happened to him, but his situation's still kind of like, you know, I don't know. Like he didn't make like. He started off single and like, you know, he had a not amazing relationship with his parents. He ended off single. Like obviously there's like a lot to get there, but like
He ended up single.
No.
You didn't finish the book? Yeah, he did.
What?
yes, he did.
He's not with Joy anymore.
Yeah.
Because his parents did you guys finish reading the book?
Yes, I did. I read it like twice.
They're not dating anymore.
What? Oh, they weren't. No, because she came back in the car scene. Remember she parked her car on the highway? She came back to climb the fence? No,
Yeah.
because she wanted to stay with him.
At
She
the
was like,
funeral, they didn't.
Yeah, that was it. They like.
That's awkward.
Anyways, I feel like obviously like a lot happened and he was like changed, but like in terms of his situation, like I don't know, he kind of ended off single and he like also like you know what? Never mind. That was a bad point.
I like the book because it kind of made me confused. But I think all books make me confused.
it's a really good grade. It's really off topic, but really
Thank
good
you. I
grades.
picked them.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? It was like, I didn't like how it ended. Like it was very abrupt. It was kind of like.
Yeah, and
That's
that's what
Oh,
I'm saying.
okay, that was one of my questions. How did you feel about the ending? But like,
I didn't like it.
it kind of felt like the author was just kind of done right in the book and was like, you know
Like,
what? We're just gonna end this. And
That's what- yeah, like
title poems.
He was done with the book. We weren't done with the book. He was done with it.
yeah, the ending felt like I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't really feel like anything got like resolved. Like you know, like it feels like a lot happened, but like nothing really like.
Is there a
What
second
is it?
book? Pomelo. Is there a second book? Because I need to know what happens. Because, like, yeah, Hannah comes back and like sees her parents and stuff because his dad has cancer, and then they like touch the baby's belly.
I know,
It's her
like-
baby, but like nothing happened.
Nothing happened with Hannah. Like,
Yeah, nothing happened with that. Like, I mean, I guess they're fine with Miles now,
And
right?
there was never like any like closing with like Britt or anything. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I broke up with her. I saw her at graduation. That was that.
Yeah.
Like it would have been nice if like I don't know, like Britt got somewhat of like a, I don't know. Like,
Like one
like
of
you're
those like
saying,
really
like-
awkward like goodbye conversations.
yeah,
would have
or
been nice.
You know how you're saying like or someone was saying like Britt and Lou or something was like
Mhm.
they're thinking yeah,
Mm.
like it would have been nice if like I don't know, she's got some ending. Like
Yeah.
You kind of
But,
just
like,
dismissed her. Just
yeah,
like,
it's just like faded
Well,
into the distance.
She left the book as abruptly as she entered the book.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Britt entered and left the book very abruptly. It wasn't like gradually entering Britt and then like gradually
She
leaving
was
Britt. It was like Britt.
Yeah,
Hi.
in AP class. I love you, Frank. Oh, okay, I guess we're dating now. Like, it was like
She was
one
like,
random day.
Yeah, she was like in it for like the first half and then like second half.
She's just gone. She's
Yeah.
just like, no longer even.
Like he thinks about Britt like a little bit, like when
Mhm.
they're opening like their SAT scores, but like that's like all.
And he was like, oh, I'll never know where her like favorite spot on campus was or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this was at the beginning of. I can't pick up these off more. How did it make you feel? How fast things went between Joy and Frank? Like after the wedding cruise, it kind of
I
just
felt
like.
like it went slower between Joy and Frank than I liked, because I felt like it was
But it
deep.
wasn't like.
It was like a deeper, like
Britt-
more
Britt had sex.
connections. Yeah, they had sex, but like
No, I'm saying that like Britt and Britt and Frank didn't. How fast Joy and Frank got to that was
it
like.
was a little fast. But
yeah.
I feel like they had a deeper, like more. Like,
Deeper connection because
Yeah.
they've known each other for like
Yeah,
way longer.
you said that like subconsciously maybe
Mhm.
you liked her, but like it did feel a little bit like fast paced.
Like they're like, let's just do it.
Yeah. What would you have done if you were in Joy's shoes after the fallout between families and in the failed summer of love?
I was gonna say
Joy
something.
kind of made me mad.
She just ran. She was like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she's
go outside.
like, It's like he literally climbed up to her window and she's like,
She
yeah,
gave up on
no,
him.
we can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have done? Not like you specifically, like just like
I'm gonna put this in the
I
group.
don't know. I guess it
It's easier to
depends.
that is so smart.
I feel like if you really love somebody, and just because your family's like,
I
it's
think
like Hannah and
just leave it for
Miles.
now.
Like she like really likes
Just-
Miles, and so even if her family said otherwise, she still continued to date him. I feel like if Joy really liked Frank, like
Same with Brit. Well, I guess we all know that Brit wasn't. Anyway.
yeah, I think Joy just seeks her parents' approval like way more.
Mm.
yeah,
Because the Korean pressure. Like their parents are pressuring them to date each other, and then after they're like, "Oh no, you can't." She would say no eating the
yeah.
Oh, what?
I guess she just didn't want to end up like Hannah.
Just remember, you can't eat in breakout spaces.
So
It's okay. We'll be really clean. I swear.
So what I would say is quickly eat out here, and then you can do your video, or hold off on the snacks until you're back in the classroom after you've done
Okay.
got your video.
Okay.
Okay, you need to put it away because if another teacher sees you, they will come
Okay.
kick you out.
And hex us. Okay.
okay.
Okay, guys. Let's take a break on the video. Let's swallow this food really fast, and then just like
Okay.
Okay.
So we have to-
One sec.
Oh, by the way, that's what we.
And we are back.
Is the
Like when I was like whispering
Yeah.
to you, I was like, okay, good. It wasn't like about anything.
Oh, no, no,
Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because like.
I was like, nah, it's fine. Okay.
what was my other question? Oh, how do you think Hannah felt going through her pregnancy and finding out her dad had cancer, but not being allowed to like be with them? Like,
She was with them at the end.
at the end, but like before that. I think I wrote this question before the end. So like when she initially found out about the cancer, and then when she initially found out that she was pregnant.
I feel like that's like a very stressful situation.
Yeah. A lot of stress and put like stress on the baby as well.
Yeah.
But like I feel like her like visiting her dad kind of just relieved that stress. 'Cause-
Yeah, I feel like she probably felt like she didn't like she lost like a relationship like
Whoa.
her relation. She wanted to re
Do you know?
Reignite.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Reignite?
Yeah,
Reignite,
rekindle like
There you go.
repair her relationship with her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't think it was like I don't know like 'cause obviously like he was dying he didn't say much but I feel like it like repaired like it was like a little bit repaired maybe not like fully
Yeah.
but like I feel like it
A little bit.
so, yeah and like
I
she
feel
seemed like
Sorry.
pretty happy yeah it's
Like at least like when he died, because evidently he's gonna die, she could be like, hey, at least I got to spend some time with him instead of it
Yeah.
being
Mhm.
completely shut out.
and like he got to like not like meet the baby but like he got to like you know like be like not like in his presence but like you know what I mean
Yeah.
like, he was like
the bump.
yeah, he's a bum. It's like rather than like never having any idea that she was pregnant or like never
Mhm.
getting to see her when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I feel like we kind of needed a better apology from the parents.
I know,
I
right?
feel like it was.
But I don't think you were gonna get a better
Korean
apology from
parents
yours.
don't apologize. The parents, Asian parents will not apologize. I think that's the best that they could do like the whole entire time. But also I feel like the authors just wanted to get it over with as well. So.
I also wish like we could have seen.
Is that all your questions?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. We did 5 questions.
Oh damn.
I kind of wish we could have seen like Hannah and Miles like
Yeah,
have the
there
baby
wasn't-
like Frank could like become an uncle. Like, it'd be
I feel like there
yeah.
wasn't much of Miles, like who Miles was.
Yeah.
We just know that Miles is a problem.
As a
So
black
that's-
man. Okay, my connections, Kim. In the part of the book where they're in the restaurant and Joy's getting mad, and I just put the quote like 10 minutes is great. Like him, that's like him calming down Joy to text itself. Frank and Joy remind me of my mom, and I just wrote Chow, but like that's like her like boyfriend uncle kind of like he's my uncle, but like we're not related.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
out of respect, I call him uncle, but like
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
but he's like my mom's like Bootang. Anyways, remind me of my mom and Chow. If one of them get really angry or like mad, the other one will calm them down. Call them out on it if they're being unreasonable. Okay, and then another one I have is this is Q's quote. Okay, you know, cops shoot kids like me when they're alone on streets like this. Okay, and then I did text the world, and I just related it to like in 2020, 2021, George Floyd and like the cop thing, and like the cop killed him. He was black. Yeah, I did that. So text to world. I did and then the next one's like what, and then it's like I say to only have him kiss me again. Okay, first of all, can we just talk about how like cute just to kiss Frank? I don't know if you guys heard it, but I was in the class and I was listening to it. I went I gasped really
Wait,
loud.
who kissed him?
Q.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, Q is gay. And then like there's a show called Exo Kitty, and it's a K drama, and they also have a gay character who's also named Q. Okay. And then Cancer. I don't know if it's text itself or text the world, so I just did like both. I don't know. I just put a question mark next to it, and I'm like, when Frank's mom tells Frank that his dad has cancer, it reminded me of when Lexi was telling us how her dad was.
That really brought me back to the day my mom told me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. He's okay. He's not dead.
Okay.
He's not dead.
Sorry guys. And I didn't have a fifth quote because I didn't know what to do. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Lexi. I love you very much. I swear.
It's okay.
Okay. I was character analyzer,
Oh my
and
god, you wrote so much.
Oh my.
You should see her writing when she writes other stuff.
I analyzed Q.
Writing reminds me of tiny little squares.
Oh, what?
Like tiny squares.
Her writing is little tiny squares? What?
Anyways.
Okay, so the character is revealed through their own speech. So I said that like Q's dialogue often reflects his like intellectual nature and like his sense of humor. So like he kind of has like a childlike sense of humor, like because like him and Frank call their phones like fart phones. It's like when he texts Frank, they always like text like playfully and kind of use like older terms or like accents, like they're like, oh like good old mate or like
Yeah.
good tall chap. Yeah. So like he enjoys spending time with Frank, and like that's like seen through the quote, like when Frank asks Q what he's gonna do while Frank hangs out with Joy. He says like he'll plan their next big Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So it shows that like Q spends his free time like preparing for his hangout with Frank, and like he clearly cares for him. He also seems like a good person with a good heart, and he like gives Frank advice, like in the quote, I just think you'd be better off coming clean to your parents. So when he's talking about grit, he says that like you should just be honest, and I mean he like seems like he has a good heart. How does the character dress and look like? So the novel doesn't provide like many details about him, although we do know that he's like African American. He wears glasses. And then Frank says at the end of the book, it is a face I realize whose beauty shows itself only when it's ready, a face that has grace and strength it takes to reveal the true self just beneath. It is a face someone will no doubt fall in love with one day. So I don't know if that counts as a description of you, but that's all I could find. Then what does the character think? So kind of like what the quote Ava just said, like I used to quote, you know cops shoot kids like me when they're alone on streets like this. So I kind of just said like Q contemplates like issues of like identity and race, like being African American. He shares like his struggles and experiences with Frank. And yeah, and the quote like kind of shows that like Q may be like frightened by cops due to his race, and like he's probably very cautious and careful when alone. What do other characters say or think about your character? So Frank said Q is what I call my top chap, and I'm his. So that shows that like Q is a loyal friend to Frank, and Frank appreciates him as a friend. And then Frank's dad said Q like family, I like Q. So like Frank's dad says this about Q. It speaks about the scene speaks about the racism seen from Frank's parents, but clearly Frank's parents are not racist to Q and even view him as family. And then, what does your character do or how do they act? I said Q is a supportive friend and is always there in Frank's moments of need. For instance, when Frank's dad got shot, Q stays with him in the hospital, providing him with comfort and solidarity. It shows that Q is a loyal friend to Frank and he values their friendship. He's also really smart, as he's in an AP class and succeeds in calculus.
Just like you.
Thanks, Q.
You're welcome.
Hey, you are really smart.
Thank you.
You gotta do
As
the
a
like
little
this thing
artist.
where you like show everybody.
We have.
I did draw.
I did the suitcase that Frank found, full of like the.
What are all these faces?
Just let me explain.
I'm so sorry.
So I did the suitcase Frank found of all of his like parents' old stuff, right? And I thought that this was a big time of like reflection for Frank, as he just found out his dad had cancer, and he was like reflecting on all of like kind of his parents' journey to here and like what his life would look like after his dad passed away. Frank feels a lot of emotions when he looks into the suitcase. And quote, "Everything about this spy suitcase makes me want to cry." So yeah, and then I just drew like a bunch of, that's what the emojis are. They're the emotions that are associated with all of this. I drew everything that was in there.
That's a very thick suitcase.
Thank you. We have the name tag, and we have the pens of his parents' old business. I forget what this is called, but
X, something like that. It started with an A.
it's on page 318. I don't know whose book this is. But
318.
yes. Because
It's like, you know those toys you see at the dentist for like the little kids and like you push
Yeah.
the beads across?
Isn't
They're
it the
one of
ones that like go like
No, like
Yeah,
that's like
that's
abacus.
new.
Abacus.
It's-
Abacus,
Yeah.
abacus,
what's Cube's little sister's name?
Evan. or
Evan. Oh my
Lauren.
god!
Oh,
Why
yeah,
does he call her
Evan.
hot throughout
Yes.
the whole book?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I thought it was her older sister.
At the end,
No, they're twins and she's younger.
at the end, like Frank was like talking to Evan. Remember he was like,
The entire time I called her
She
a mom.
returns all of
and
his
they go to
The charging cords.
yeah, all the chargers.
and he goes to like they go to the same university and then like
That's not gonna end well. I'm sorry.
When did they start dating?
that's
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
And then Q's gonna be like, bro, what the fuck?
Cupid actually.
and he's like you're the best little sister by 3 seconds in the whole world. Yeah.
I mean, if Evan saw it, she's hot, right?
Yeah, but like,
I guess.
there's so many. I felt like it just didn't need to be said. You could have kept that
No, but
thought.
like his writing's very memoir writing. Like it's very detailed for like.
No, I
No
know.
reason.
That kind of like made me mad. Like I didn't really
Yeah.
like. Sometimes I was like,
And the
okay, like
metaphors.
the metaphors. I
Why
don't know.
metaphor incoming?
Some of them,
Metaphor incoming.
I just didn't understand. Like there was one where he's like, oh, okay, I'm about to go meet Britt at the back of the school. I'm like a geologist searching through a cave of crystals, and I was like. He was like, oh yeah, I was like running through the hallways, but it's like, but geologists don't run through the caves. Geologists like spend time looking at, what? How does this relate to that? What? I was just,
The horse statues one? Weird 2 horse statues.
Yeah, I was like, what?
It did feel like very memoir style. Like sometimes I was like, I don't
And then
need this
the
much
one where he was
description.
like, if you were to cut me open, you would find me full of crystals and geodes right now.
Yeah, you're
Like,
sparkle.
You would say like I'm bursting
Oh,
with
you know how he
happiness.
like compared like the ocean to like a bull
Oh, that's what he
like
also
throwing
did.
around the like whatever those like sparkles. It's like for the poor like I forget what they're called. It's like being bullied by the ocean and thrown around. I was like, what? How does
Well, I think
like...
that was right after we went through the breakup, though.
Oh yeah.
So, like, yes, completely out of whack metaphor, but
I
also
just, like-
his head was not in a good space.
I just yeah. I don't even understand how you think of. Yeah.
I felt like it could have, like the book could have been way shorter.
Yeah, right? Like, I thought that it ended, like, when we had our second meeting, I feel like I was like, okay, it kind of feels like the book is like,
We could end it now.
yeah.
Joy and him started dating, and it was
Joy
like,
and him,
oh,
yeah.
a little happy ending.
Yeah.
Close the book.
And I feel like the cancer was so out of pocket. Like his dad already got shot.
I know.
Like why does his dad have to get cancer
Oh my gosh, you
now
know
too?
what I did? Like, the dreams where he was in his
Oh my
dad's
god,
lungs.
yeah, that
What
was
was
so
like-
weird.
I just
Guess I wasn't paying attention when I read that.
Me too.
Yeah, he was like had the dreams where like he was like in this like forest.
Yeah,
and
the
then,
black
like,
goo.
And then I
Yes,
really
yes.
understood the ending because he like, what did he do? He like hugged the tree or something and like turned
Oh
into, like, the
yeah.
group. And then like all of a sudden it was like sunny or something. I don't remember it exactly, but like,
so weird.
but what did that have to do? Like, the dad
Or like the
died.
black thing. The black thing. He was like,
Oh yeah, the
if,
like yeah.
if you ever like run up against a problem,
Oh my.
treat it like Oobleck. Don't run at it. Just like
Just
ease
slow
your way in.
down.
I was like, okay. Not one of his worst metaphors. You know what?
Not one of the worst.
I love Oobleck. I used to play with him all the time. And then my mom would yell at me.
Connection. There's your.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
I just didn't understand the dreams. I was kind of confused.
Okay, I guess we're done, right?
There's two
Yeah.
dreams. What was the first one?
The first one was like Joy
Joy-
like was peeking through
Yeah.
the gunshot with like whole. Like,
Yeah.
What? I remember the fourth one. I do not remember the moment. That...
It was like the same place, but
Yeah.
he was with Britt, and
Britt.
Britt was wearing like a yellow dress or something.
Oh
and
yes.
then Joy was
yes.
like peeking through the wall.
That was like disturbing.
I think when I got to that part, I didn't understand it to the point that I was like, I'm just gonna skip this. And hope that it isn't important.
I was gonna write that for one of my questions, like what is the meaning of the dream? I was like,
Yeah, that's.
And Caleb was about to get very philosophical there.
I was like, I don't.
I love how we just wrote Oobleck.
Yep.
Oobleck.
Wait, let's rate the book out of 10.
6.
I agree with the 6.
I had pre-rated it then.
I feel like 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5.
Yeah.
Like 5, 5.5.
Yeah.
Consensus?
Around.
5.5.
5.5.
I could lower my rating to a 5.
That was,
I would meet you at 5.
basic. I don't know. There wasn't like.
But it did have like it did deal with complicated problems. Like
Yeah,
even
that's
though
true.
there's like two things. First of all, the writing style very much gave me the ick, but it was kind of more genuine than you get with some other writing styles. Like you could see that Frank was just still like a normal boy. He wasn't like some
Yeah.
boy with like some savior complex going on. He was just a normal teenage boy. Okay. And then what is the other point? Oh my gosh, you can see her in No, I had another point. No, what was it? It was about the book and why I wrote it that way. Oh, it dealt with complex issues like racism and
Yeah.
No, I.
like family trauma and stuff like that.
It's just like.
Not family trauma, but like the cancer and the gunshot. I guess that's
The right side, the writing style
Sorry.
wasn't my kind of like my cup of tea, and then the plot was like, other than the complications and like like the like racism issues, I felt like it was like
It was
for the most
confusing.
part-
I want to know what the
basic,
author
but
thinks the
confusing at the
plot
same
line of this
time.
book is. Like, you
Oh,
know, like if you're to like take like hold on,
sorry.
if you use like the Hunger Games for example, like the plot is like these kids get sent into this game, they have to survive. Like that's like the plot line, like the big problem, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to know what the big problem in this book was. Was
I
it
know,
like
was it
the
like,
racism? Was it the
was it-
girls? Was it the family?
Yeah, what
was
was it?
it? Hello, what?
Yeah, that's why it was so complicated because you couldn't like.
There was like a lot going on.
Yeah.
It was like a bunch of different things overall.
And then he threw like the metaphors on top, and it was like.
it was a mind-boggling.
Oh, and sorry, I read the acknowledgements because I'm weird, but this is the girl who wrote this book is
Yeah,
his
it's
wife.
Stephanie
Stephanie
wife.
Jennifer.
Oh.
It's his wife.
Did you guys not know that?
So
No, I didn't.
I
I like.
who's
this
the better
book,
writer?
though.
Who's the better writer?
Her.
The
1,000%.
Call her up.
I haven't read that book.
Neither have
But
I.
yeah,
I made a
okay.
movie about it.
Book discussion done.
Great job.
That's
guys.
what we think of the
You
book.
know his dad died too though.
Waste
Like,
of-
in acknowledgements. His dad died.
I never read book
Yeah,
acknowledgements.
I didn't read it properly, but I just like turned to the last
his
page.
dad died.
His dad died. It was so sad.
Well, that may be why they added in the cancer.
Yeah, his dad got cancer.
But why they got? We didn't even get the story on how his dad got shot.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was the
At
guy
the
came
store.
in and was
White guy at the store.
Yeah, but like we didn't get like a.
We don't
follow
like the
up.
white people at the store.
We
The
didn't get-
Americans. Okay,
Yeah, man.
book discussion on 2.
Popcorn.
1,
Yeah.
2.
Book discussion.
Okay, we're done. Bye bye.